back now for the second half of our discussion about Michael Jackson. I certainly believe that this man was innocent, and the reason why I believe he was innocent is because with the media and people who are hungry for money have a tendency to do is they have a tendency to exploit people to get a paycheck. They have a tendency to try to take advantage of an opportunity that's put in front of them. I'm not saying that I know for a fact that Michael is innocent, because I wasn't there. I did not participate in Neverland with him. But what I can say is that because I wasn't there, because I cannot say for a fact that he didn't do it, I can't say for a fact that this man is innocent, because he could very well have molested these children. But everything in me doesn't believe that this man molested these children, because he was a kid at heart. Michael loved children. He loved people. He was a kid at heart. And if you dig back and go back into Michael's childhood and his history, Michael lost out on his childhood at a very young age. So by the time Michael was a grown-up adult, he still desired childish things. I know growing up in the church, I always heard the scriptures say in the Bible that when I was once a child, I thought as a child, and as an adult, I put away childish things. Well, apparently Michael never got past that. He wanted to show his fans a good time. He wanted to show the children that he befriended a good time. But he did not have thoughts of, in my opinion, he did not have thoughts of molesting these children, violating these children, hurting these children in any way. I honestly believe the parents of these boys saw dollar signs. They saw an opportunity, so they took the opportunity and they grabbed at it. Now, I also heard and read that some of these parents were coaching these children to lie, coaching them to say certain things, coercing statements, that sort of thing. And that's believable, because if you have an opportunity to get a couple $1 million, why wouldn't you coach your children to lie? Why wouldn't you figure out a way to get the money, right? I also believe that Michael, because he was a black man, the media and the world saw an opportunity to try to tear him down, because that is typically the reality of the world that we live in. As a black man, as a black woman, it takes very little for you to mess up, very little for you to make a mistake, and you will be taken down. There is no room for error in our world. So once you make a mistake, it's over with. And we get very few opportunities for second chances. So when I look at the reality, when I look at his celebrity status, when I look at the type of lifestyle he lived, when I look at what he had, how much he was worth, people will do anything they can to get a piece of the pie. And sadly, that's just the world we live in. And then when I think about it also, why would Michael do things that the common average person wouldn't do? Like, as a grown-up adult, I wouldn't have no children in my bed. Now, I want to invite children over for hot dogs and chips and candy and soda and ice cream and games and pizza and fun. But I wouldn't dare put no children in my bed. So that's the only thing that I would say that is really weird and odd. But Michael was weird and odd. He never really grew up. He never really matured. And he did things that the average person wouldn't think to do, wouldn't desire to do, or wouldn't even put themselves in the position to do. So me personally, I wouldn't put myself in a position for someone to accuse me of child molestation, child rape, violation of a child, anything of that sort. But when you look at the whole overall bigger picture, those children's parents saw an opportunity and they took advantage of the opportunity that they saw. Michael was not smart enough to keep himself out of a position to where he would not be accused of these such things. Michael was very naive in how he handled the situation in the early 90s. He was very warm-hearted. He was loving, he was caring, he was kind. But people who are loving, caring, and kind, those are the types of people that get taken advantage of. Those are the types of people that get walked over. Those are the types of people that get used. Those are the types of people that, unfortunately, most people would use their kindness for their weakness. And I'm not saying that you have to be evil to be protected, but at the same time, I kind of am saying you have to almost be evil to be protected, in a way. Nice people just don't get anywhere in this world. Nice people don't make $1 million. Nice people don't get ahead. I'm going to tell you what happens to nice people. They get stomped on, they get trampled on, they get used, they get abused, they get misled, they get misdirected, they get overlooked, they get taken for granted and mistreated, unfortunately. And like I said prior, I wasn't there, so I don't know for a fact if that Michael did not molest these children, but everything in my heart, mind, and soul believes that Michael did not touch these children. Now, his victims may come forward and completely denounce everything I'm saying and say that Michael molested them. But if Michael really molested them, let's be honest, why are they just now coming forward after this man's death? Why are they just now coming forward with the allegations after Michael is already gone? And then when you go back and look at Michael's case, why did they make a statement and then change their story? And then why was their story never really consistent? You have to think about these things and take that and put that into perspective and take that into consideration as well. And then the fact that Michael's case, there was no evidence shown as proof that Michael was guilty. That's why Michael was acquitted of all charges. So you got to take what I'm saying at face value. You got to take the fact that his case, he was acquitted of all charges at face value. And then you got to look at the fact that these children's parents saw an opportunity for money. You got to look at that as face value. So, all in all, I'm going to say it is a 60-40 chance that Michael is innocent. But at the same time, I cannot say for certain. I can't say for sure. But everything in my mind and everything in my heart, and then just using my common sense and thinking of reality for what it is, Michael didn't touch those kids. And it's sad because he's no longer here to defend himself. But when all this was going on, all he did was love those kids. He showed them a good time. He appreciated them as fans, and he wanted to show his appreciation. He just so happened to show it in a weird way, in a very immature way, because as a grown man, he was just doing certain things that was just odd, out of the ordinary, not common. Just like Kanye West, how he says and does certain things that's just out of the ordinary. It's not common. And he's making public statements to make himself look and sound bad. So the first thing people are going to say is what? He's crazy. So in Michael's case, the first thing people are going to say, because he's putting those little boys in his bed, is he molested them. He's a child molester. He's a pedophile, you know? And he gained the label of pedophilia because, quote unquote, pedophilia, because he had those children in his bed. And that's just a little odd. It's just a little odd. Let's be honest. It is a little odd. So, you know, at the end of the day, no matter how you slice it and dice it, that man is innocent. And the courts and the jury and the judge said it. And that's the reality. That's all I have for now as this part 2 of the documentary project that I did here. If you guys want more Michael Jackson videos, write your comments down below in the comment section, and I'll be happy to do more Michael videos for you all. I did this 2-part series for a subscriber that reached out to me and asked me to do it. So I was happy to do it, and I'm happy to do more. And before I leave, and like I always say, do you live your best life, get yourself together, and no robot behaviors over here. See you guys in the next video. Peace. Later.